We're on Facebook Live during Ag Appreciation Week here with the McPhersons from Stevensville, Montana. I'm a farmer, and this is my wife Suzanne, and she's going to read you a book today called The Tales of a Dairy Godmother. And I really enjoy this book because it's about ice cream. And did you know without farmers, we wouldn't have ice cream? So this is a good time for you to... hi, Tom.
Hello.
You're not at a bull sale today. Tom Depute's watching. Anyway, without farmers, you wouldn't have food. And without farmers, you also wouldn't have ice cream. And who doesn't love...
We all scream for ice cream.
Yes, we all scream for ice cream. My wife's favorite ice cream is Wilkinson's ice cream, licorice flavor.
Yeah.
And I believe that's made right here in Montana, so that's really good. So Suzanne's going to read you a book today, and it's about a friend of mine named Chuck Fry, and it's called Chuck's Ice Cream Wish. And Chuck is a dairy farmer, an ice cream farmer from Maryland, and he's a really good guy, and this book is about him. It's published by the American Farm Bureau Foundation for Agriculture, Feeding Minds Press, and you can go there and you can find a lot more stuff about it and about other books that we have that your kids may want to read while you're kind of sequestered at home right now doing homeschool. So
Right.
I'm going to get back to having cows, having baby calves, and taking care of them. And Suzanne will read you the book and tell you maybe a little bit in her own words why she likes being a farmer's wife. You do like being a farmer's wife.
I love it.
Okay. All right.
It's a beautiful time of year, especially
Thank you,
with
honey.
all these cows. Thank you. Okay, let's get started. This is called Tales of the Dairy Godmother, and it is written by Viola Butler, and the art is by Ward Jenkins. So look at all the different kinds of ice cream. There's banana splits, and there's toppings, and there's fudgesicles, and there's sundaes, and there's sprinkles on ice cream cones, and just every kind you could want. So it starts. It says, Chucky, did you take out the garbage? And he says, Yeek, last week. Uh-oh. Charles, no chores, no ice cream. Oh dear. And he says, well, I wish I had all the ice cream I could eat. And then, poof, what happens? Something happens. Wow. I think I missed this spot. Wait a minute here. We got to get to the... There we go. Okay. A bug? And she says, where? And he says, you have wings. And she says, let's start over, Chuck. She says, let's start over. I'm your dairy godmother, and I'm here to make sure that your dairy dreams come true. And he says, wait, what? You mean you're going to, yes, grant your dairy wish. Yes, I am. Poof! And she does another little magic trick. And look where they are. They're out in a field with all those dairy cows. And she says, wow, cows are awesome, but where's the ice cream? And she says, cow's milk is where ice cream begins. Stick with me, Chuck, and your reward will be sweet and creamy. Okay, I guess. Delicious. Let's go. Look at all these happy cows. So they go where? They go to the milking barn. First, we have to clean the cows. Then we hook them up to these tubes. This machine does the milking for us. And he says, this seems like a big chore. Wait, where's all that milk going? Can you see where all that milk is? It's getting hooked up and it's going into these great big huge containers. And he says milk's flowing into these storage tanks and they'll keep it cold so it doesn't go bad. And he says, okay, so is it ice cream time yet? And it's not ice cream time yet. No, it's just still milk right now. Not yet, she says. Not yet. Now we need to wash the floor. Wash the floor? He says, what am I? Like, who am I? Cinderella? And then, be careful what you wish for, because poof, and look what happens. He's got a Cinderella dress on. Ha, very funny, he says. And then he goes and he gets the floor all clean. That made him get the floor all clean. And it runs down this drain right there. But she says, not yet. Now we have to test the milk. So testing the milk is important. And he says, test? It's just milk. How can it take a test? I mean, how do you make a milk take a test? That's a very good question. So what she does is they test to see that it's healthy, meaning we test the milk for different things like its temperature. And what if it fails? We throw it away, she says. Throw it away, but all that work. But you can't have bad milk. So they test the milk, and she says, don't worry, this batch of milk is perfect. So that was a good thing. Phew! Let's celebrate with ice cream. And she says, not yet. It's time to check on the cows. But what about my ice cream? Chuck is getting a little frustrated, right? So let's see what happens. Does he get ice cream yet? Well, great milk for yummy ice cream comes from healthy cows. Help me check their food and water, because if the cows aren't healthy, then the ice cream's not going to be good. What's this weird stuff? That's their food. That's their food. Cows eat things like grass and grains. Farmers, nutritionists, and veterinarians make sure that their cows eat a healthy diet. All this eating is making Chuck very, very hungry. Isn't it time for ice cream yet? Not yet, but almost. Just one more chore. Take this shovel. And we all know what a shovel means. That means a little bit more work, doesn't it? All right, cow pies. Oh, poop. Yuck. That's it. This isn't ice cream. This is work. He's like, I didn't wish for chores. I wished for ice cream. She says, Chuck, you wish for all the ice cream you could ever eat, right? And she says, no better way to see where ice cream comes from than to be everything that a dairy farmer does. And this is his dairy godmother, don't forget. She knows what she's talking about. Phew, I think I need a nap. Moo! What's that? What's that noise? He's like, oh my gosh, now what? He's just like, he's still got the shovel in his hand. He's been like mucking out stalls and stuff. And it's a calf. That's Maggie's new mom. Oh, Maggie's a new mom. And she's given birth to a calf. I mean, she's going to produce some more milk. I guess cows really do need us to take care of them. Because if we didn't take care of the cows, they wouldn't have healthy babies, would they? So now, and if we get ice cream out of it, that's like sprinkles on top because she had a baby calf. Exactly, Chuck. Now follow me. We have one more thing to scoop. Oh no, scoop. He doesn't like the sound of that word. And so, oh, look where they are. What does that look like? It looks like an ice cream factory. Surprise, you worked hard, Chuck, and you've earned this. Ice cream, yum. So they are in a place where people are making ice cream. May I have more? This is the best I've ever tasted, he says. Not yet. First, we've got to milk those cows. What? But we did that this morning. He thinks you just milk cows one time a day, but we know better, don't we? We know they have to get milked more than one time a day, or they would not be happy cows. Sorry. Oh, it's a little bit stuck. There we go. Okay, so now he knows the routine. Cows need to be milked 2 or 3 times a day, every day, even on weekends and holidays. You don't get a break from milking cows. You always have to milk them. Wow, later, wow, making ice cream is a lot of work. And she says it certainly is. But this ice cream tastes so good. I think it's extra delicious because I helped make it. Do you think that would happen to you? If you helped make something, it would taste extra delicious? I know it does for me. And she says, you know what, Chuck? I think you're going to make a dairy good farmer. Did you get it? A dairy good farmer. And poof. Now, at home, his mom asks him, what are you doing? He says, I'm taking out the trash. Mom, if you knew how many chores went into making ice creams, trust me, taking out the trash is nothing, right? So he's going to happily do his take out the garbage chore because that's not work compared to it. And now he gets to sit and have his ice cream and appreciate it because he knows where his ice cream came from and how much hard work that took, right? And now the Dairy Godmother is on to show the next little one what it takes to have a bowl of ice cream. So on her list, she scratched off Chuck, and now she's going to go see Penelope, and then she's going to go see Sasha. So she goes around and she shares all about ice cream on the dairy farm. And this is the man that this book is about, Chuck Fry, and he's the president of Maryland, and he loves to bring ice cream sometimes to our conventions, and it's very, very yummy. And if you want more books, you go to www.feedingmindspress.com, and you can get lots more wonderful agriculture education books like this one, which was about Tales of the Dairy Godmother. Thank you for watching. Take care.